So this is a journal that I made for my daughter for Christmas, and I just wanted to do a quick flip through before I send it off to her in the mail. So it's a lace cover, and I made this matching lace bookmark out of fabric snippets, like little bits of lace and fabric and buttons and whatnot. So the journal is also a lace cover, made with doilies and old tablecloths and an applique. Now these pieces that I used for the pocket are from Stamperia, and I'm not sure which set it's from because all my sets are together. All my Stamperia sets are mixed up together. And then I just sewed a bit of lace down the edge. This 1883 calendar is a freebie from my blog, but I rescanned it with the fronts and the backs, and then I printed them out, cut them, glued them together, inked the edges, and then I creased it several times in the center to make it look authentic. This is an image that I made in Midjourney. And Midjourney is an AI program, artificial intelligence program, that I've been playing around with for a couple months now. Now these illustrated papers are from a designer that's new to me. Her Etsy shop is called Charm Studio, that's SHARM. And the papers that I used in here are from a bundle called Old Fashioned Victorian Lady Junk Journal Kit Bundle, and it's for all three of her Victorian Lady sets. This is an image from the Charm Studio sets. Another illustration from Midjourney. This paper with the blue roses on the edge is from my Tattered Roses paper pack, and then I just sewed a strip of lace down the edge. This is from Charm Studio. This page is from my neutral pattern paper pack in my Etsy shop. This strip, the pocket down the edge, pocket on the edge of this paper is from the Charm Studio kits, and these numbers throughout the journal are from my mini number label sets. These are both free images on my blog. A boots and shoes vintage receipt. And I actually rescanned this, and I scanned the back, and I matched the back up to the front when I printed it. Then I creased the edges and inked them to make them look more like an original. And then this vintage corset advertisement is also a freebie on my blog. This is a piece of coffee dyed tracing paper, Charm Studio image. And this is a piece that I tore from an image that I created in Midjourney. This is one of the things that I scanned specifically for this journal. I scanned the front and back and lined them up. Again, I creased them to make them look more like the original. A Rose from You is a freebie on my blog. This page is from my Grungy Damask paper pack. This one is from my neutral pattern paper pack, and then I just sewed another strip of lace down the edge. The Love Letter, that's a story that I scanned from a book that was published in 1842 that's in my collection. And then I included an original love letter. I bought this from Johnny of Junk Journal Shop on YouTube. She has a sale on there once in a while of vintage ephemera and things like that, ledger paper and stuff. So this one was from 1933 to Miss Ella M. Fayle, Fayle. This rose is one of my rose journal cards. Charm Studio. This is an original vintage invoice. And this background paper is one from my neutral pattern paper pack. And I just coffee dyed a doily, cut it in half and glued it on the edge. And this vintage ad I scanned for this journal. And this is Charm Studio. And I forget if I mentioned, but most of the blank coffee dyed pages like this that I printed on the back of the illustrated pages are from either my plain coffee dyed paper pack or stained coffee dyed paper pack that I sell in my Etsy shop. Charm Studio. This is an AI Midjourney generated image. This is from Stamperia. This striped paper is included in my neutral pattern paper pack. This is from Charm Studio set, one of the Charm Studio sets. This tag is included in my shabby and aged tag set on Etsy, and I included the front and the back in that set. So I just printed those, cut them out, glued them together, and I printed both the front and back on cardstock so it makes it nice and stiff like the original. And I inked the edges. Love's Old Sweet Song, that's a freebie on my blog. This is part of Charm Studio, the Charm Studio sets. That's another number from my mini number labels. This is this one is included in my Antique Music ink saving paper pack on my Etsy shop, and I printed that on handmade computer paper. It has a nice soft texture, and I got that on Amazon. And this is a Charm Studio illustration. This is also Charm Studio. This is a vintage advertisement for a very pointy shoe that's that I scanned specifically for this journal. The rose, that's included in my Flower Poems poetry book pages in my Etsy shop, but I converted it to black and white, and I also printed that on that the soft handmade computer paper. And this is the rose image that's in this antique envelope is generated from Midjourney. And this page in the background is also from my Grungy Damask paper pack. And this one is, the striped is from my neutral pattern paper pack. And then I also made a few of these custom flashcards for the journal. My daughter's name is Christine, so I made it with her name. And then I wanted to show you this background page that I used here. That's from my Grungy Damask paper pack as well. And I'll put this back together when I'm done. Another strip of lace down the edge. Charm Studio. Charm Studio. This is also one of the like a piece cut from one of the Charm Studio background pages. This Thompson's glove fitting corset advertisement is a freebie on my blog, and I cut all these things, the ads, I printed them, cut them out, and then glued them to coffee dyed paper and inked up the edges. November is the month that my daughter was born. And this is an image that I generated in Midjourney. This is this Bonton corset, Royal Worcester Corset Co. is freebie on my blog. That's Charm Studio. This vintage story called The Love Letter is one that I scanned from a book published in 1842 that's part of my collection. Charm Studio. And this, I printed an extra one of these pages and made a little folder out of it for some custom, to hold some custom list papers that I designed for my daughter. And I made too many to fit into this little pocket without bending it over. Bending it over too much on the edge, so I just tucked the extras in here like this. And I'll put that back together when I'm done. And a lace pocket, Charm Studio. This is a piece of coffee dyed tracing paper that had a tear in it, so I made a piece of that faux antique tape with alcohol ink, and you just take a little drop or two and smudge it on. I use a makeup applicator to smudge it on with. And this is a vintage advertisement that I scanned specifically for this journal. And then this envelope is part of the Charm Studio bundle. And inside there, I created this plate of nachos illustration in Midjourney, because nachos are one of my daughter's favorite foods. So I made a little card out of that and tucked in a gift card to so that she could get herself a plate of nachos. And then that's the back of that page from my neutral pattern paper pack, Charm Studio. The back of the Tattered Roses paper pack in my Etsy shop, Merry Christmas, custom flashcards. And they fit really nice into these little glassine pockets. So I just glued those in and put the flashcards in there. And this is Charm Studio, this image here. And then this one was from Stamp Period 2, this paper. And then my daughter's a psychologist, so I made a flashcard, psychologist flashcard, and her favorite number is 7. And then this is an illustration from the Charm Studio set, and then just another gift card. And the back. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.